hey, just because you're not really, really thin doesn't mean you might not have hypothalamic amenorrhea. It is not exclusive to lose your period just because you're underweight, right? Like you can be what is deemed a quote unquote normal body weight and have hypothalamic amenorrhea, which is the absence of your menstrual cycle, right? So if you've lost your period, but you're like, no, everyone's telling me I'm not that thin. My doctor said, no, that's just for people who are, right? Not true. So basically, if you have any history in general of dieting, of extensive exercise, so maybe like 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week exercise, you're pairing that with a calorie deficit, you may have lost something like 5 pounds, 10 pounds, but like you're not underweight, right? You can still lose your period. Here's the thing. This is an energy in, energy out issue. For some of us, it's genetic in that you have a higher genetic predisposition to lose your menstrual cycle due to 5 pounds of weight loss than maybe someone else. That's okay. That's you. There's nothing wrong with you. That's a decision that your body is making so that you can be as healthy as possible. That's it. Like that's just it's doing it for your own good. So some people's bodies may choose to downregulate. It might start showing up, as hypothyroidism. It might start showing up as digestive issues. It might start showing up as Raynaud's syndrome, cold hands and feet, getting sick all the time. And for you, one of the first or only symptoms might be losing your menstrual cycle. So when we enter into essentially a caloric deficit, right, regular exercise, not eating enough, it sends a signal to our brain that we don't have energy coming in, we have too much energy going out, and we need to start shutting down bodily functions so that we can survive and prioritize things like digestion, like heart pumping, like lungs breathing, like a brain working, all that stuff. So there's actually nothing extremely specific to people who are very underweight. It's just that you see it and hear about it more in people who are underweight. So there's that old, I don't know if you guys had this growing up, but I certainly did, where people would be like, oh, gymnasts just don't get their period because they're training so much. And like, that's okay. No, it's not okay, right? But gymnasts are these strong, athletic, like specimens of the human body, right? But it's so common for them to lose their menstrual cycles because they look really healthy and they're performing such a strenuous sport. No, your ability to perform a strenuous sport actually has nothing to do with your body's ability to produce hormones optimally, right? Hear me out. So you might be like, I'm confused, I'm fit, I'm this athlete, I'm strong, I have muscle, I lift weights, I do whatever. I'm not like starving myself. Well, are you sure you're not? Or are you actually like tracking your macros and you eat low fat, high carb, high protein? Or are you actually like, you just feel like you don't starve yourself because you eat the same amount as all of your friends do, but like actually just none of your friends are really eating enough to support the amount of activity you're doing? And have you told yourself that you just don't actually do that much activity and you just don't deserve to eat enough food for it? It doesn't matter how much you weigh. Any amount of weight loss, essentially, because you've been over exercising and under eating and you probably have other stresses on top, can cause you to lose your menstrual cycle. It is not exclusive to women who are underweight. So there's that. Okay, I have some notes here too. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because a lot of people will hold on to this whole like I am not underweight thing as a reason to not recover and not take this path. It's fear-based, it's understandable, but please know this, right? Listen to this. If you are 5'2" and 110 pounds, you are lean. This is not like, oh, I'm in a normal body. Like, you are lean. If you're 5'4" and 140 pounds, you are lean, right? So I want to call that out, because I'll commonly have people be like, hey, I'm like actually kind of overweight. Like, I'm a normal weight. I shouldn't have HA. I'll be like, how tall are you? What's your body weight? Like, show me a picture. Like, what's your body fat percentage? Be like, girlfriend, this is not just a normal body, right? Like, you are lean. So we have convinced ourselves that we're not even that small. So some of us also need to, like, it's a bit delulu, right? We really are telling ourselves we're overweight, we're carrying too much body fat, because we've lost perspective. We're starting to get used to what we see in the mirror. We're starting to get addicted to the weight loss. And now we've convinced ourselves that we have plenty of excess body fat and that this shouldn't be a problem. It's not always about that. I understand there is an element of like, no, I definitely have body fat. It's weird that my body doesn't feel safe. Well, it might be holding on to that because it's all you've left it. You're eating just enough to maintain the body fat. That's a decision your body decided to make. It was like, we're keeping this because if the food that we have coming in now stops, we're gonna need that, right? But we're still gonna shut down our menstrual cycle because we don't need to be getting pregnant right now. Makes sense, right? So I just encourage you to look yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and say, am I questioning this because of my weight? Am I trying to talk myself out of this because it doesn't make sense? I'm not that thin, but actually I'm like 5'4" and 140 pounds. I'm 5'8" and 150 pounds, right? Knowing that I had HA at a higher body weight than that. I probably had HA at 5'4" and 150 pounds, right? Took a while, I had to sit there for a while. It took a while to get above that. I had to sit there for a while to get it back. A lot of us have to sit at a significantly higher body weight in order to heal and get through that process. So please stop gaslighting yourself into believing that you are not capable of having HA because you're not thin enough, all right? If you resonate with this, great. Please like and subscribe. If you are listening to this, watching this on the day it comes out, I want you to know that we do have a Restore Your Fertility training coming up, because we have the next Restore Your Fertility group program, which is our 10-week group program where we help women go from HA to pregnancy, or just HA to recovery. That's just some people's goal. So I'm doing a free training, the HA Infertility Solution. It is coming up on April 9th at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm gonna walk you guys through case studies, people we've helped recover, how long it took for them to recover, the tools and strategies that you need to have in place at a bare minimum to do recovery by yourself, nutrition, exercise requirements, tracking your progress type requirements. I do this training pretty much every time we open the program. But I'll do like a little bit of a different spiel on it. It gets a bit better every single time, a bit more informative. So if you haven't been to the training before, now is your chance. The link is in the bio, or go, sorry, the description, or go to thehasociety.com/fertility training and sign up for that thing. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys next week for, I don't know, a Q&A or something like that.